The children are fighting. They're fighting. Children are fighting. Alright, boss is gone. Sockman is gone. Any more people leave that I need to resolve? We're missing 2. Everyone else left our side. Glad is still here. Fluffy's still here. Goes well with cheese is still here. Good. Thurs is still here. And apparently Thurs is trying to talk to all these assholes in an actual clan chat to actually plan what they want to do. And everyone else is like, wait, thinking? What? You mean we're actually supposed to try to win the game? I mean, as was set up a very long time ago, that's the chat that people set up, or at least someone suggested Gainer, for people who are on the clan ring to go into and actually try to make intelligent, united decisions. Of course, you don't have to. Then we can take 3 hours to get through each gear like we have been doing thus far. Anyway, we're missing 2 people, which I'll have to roll up. But I won't roll them up just yet, because we need to decide on sacred time. You want to know how much magic we have for sacred time? 0. Good decision, everyone. Our god talkers warn that the coming harvest will be very poor, and once again the signs for calving looked bad. Well, that's great, everyone. I'm glad we had that moment together. Really, Chucklefucks experiment is to succeed, and it's been going on for many hours now. Oh, by the way, Lake is dead. Well, Fluffy Woofy, it was fun. I think this time she's really dead, not like all the other times. Alright. Okay, we're looking for 3 replacements who can, hopefully can guide, help Thurzathul, guide, the clan to victory. He's been here the entire time. He has been watching, he's been observing, he's been lurking and waiting. He's spent much time playing this game. He has a good sense of what he's doing, but he needs your help, Chucklefucks. He might not have that much energy left in him. But before we get to that, we'll have a random event. A group of refugees comes to our Tula seeking help. They seem to be Orlanthi. We sought land to the west of here, were captured and enslaved by cruel horse nomads. Loving freedom, we escaped, yet our escape has cost us much. We beg you to aid us. We only have 4 people in the clan right now. Cheese, Nervous Tension, Thur, and Glod. So, we can adopt them, force them to be thralls, send them to a neighboring clan, turn them away, or conduct a divination ritual with no magic. We do have a long tradition of taking remnant peoples and adopting them as our own, but the horse nomads will come looking for these people. The fight with the horse people will be glorious. We're so Thane poor right now. There you go. In that case, it's a vote of 2 1s, a 2, and a 3. We're going to adopt them as family, apparently. So are we going to make them Carls to help replenish fighters, or are we going to make them Cotters? Fluffy Wolfie says Carls. Even though he's no longer part of the team. Goes well with cheese, says Carls. Nervous, says Carls. Thurs says Cotters. Because he believes we're working all the fields we have. I think that's true. I think you are working all the fields you have right now. I think you even have some farmer excess. Particularly since the farmers are working harder now after that vigor blessing. And the existing residents will be upset by people arriving becoming above them. And the people are already unsettled and disheartened. It's true. Nervous still says Carls. In that case, there's a 2-2 split. You can raise Carls from within your clan as an action later. That's true. Odds, you're making them Carls. Evens, you're making them Cotters. I don't care what Glod said, it's happening. They're becoming Carls. We were sure our ancestors who had adopted an Aldabin during the darkness would be pleased. You have gained 4 magic. Okay, the clan mood is worried, the farmers are uncertain, the weapon thanes feel resolved. So, time for us to reorganize here. Clearly, we are missing a few individuals. Now, before we get into this whole plan of reorganization, I'm going to be rolling for 3 people. Because we're missing 3 people. If you feel like coming along for this ride and providing serious advice, hell, if you even know anything about King and Dragon Pass, you can actually try to work together in a group to do something, then if you're randomly rolled, then feel free to come in. If you can't, then say no. Because after I've been broadcasting for 12 hours now, my patience is razor thin. And there have been a lot of people who've chatted, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and completely bin the chat list and have it updated. So we'll let that fill in for a few minutes. And try to remove people who have already been picked at some point. Like Fluffy Woofy. Lethal will not make the team, because he's busy working. I say busy in quotations. Alright, that's good enough. Yamchu? Yeah, you just posted a lol. Yamchu doesn't have anything to say on the matter. Okay, next up. Forge Philip. You around, Forge? This is your chance. Okay. I plugged in Forge Philip. Next up we have, you have waited since Suckman. Let's see here. Next up we have, well, that's gonna be a refusal. I already rolled Bammy once, and he said no. Oh, you actually have a free time now, Bammy? You said no earlier. Oh, you have time now? Okay. And then lit me up lol. You don't... Oh. Okay, what have you done? Next person. And you bite? Yes. Okay, next person. John? Alright. There. Was it so hard? And there's my lack of patience right there. Alright. So, obviously we're missing a few individuals. This is the chance to completely reorganize the clan. Obviously, Orngurin is still around at 32. Ymir Tane is still around at Orkonth. So the first person who actually needs to pick up someone is Bammy, because the Trickster died. We're currently missing someone with a magic specialization. The next best magic person... Well, actually, no, not magic. We're currently missing someone with a bargaining specialization. We've got old people, and not so old. Karash actually spent time on the clan ring earlier, but he got replaced. We have no bargaining person on the clan board right now, Bammy. That's my recommendation, anyway. Going through the rest of the list, we have an animals person who's renowned. Combat-wise, we have the best person in combat open to us. Custom-wise, we have the best person in custom open to us. Leadership, this was picked. And you don't exactly want her, because we already have an Ronaldo worshipper on the field. And we already have Tamertane as well, who's technically a better leader as well. So you don't even exactly need this guy anymore either. He's totally redundant. Because he's a worshipper of Lankermai as well. This asshole can be removed. And plants. We've already got the best people for plants at the board. The Karash dude has the hashtag, the hash mark symbol. Courage? What? Arr? Yeah. There we go. So, I would definitely say Courage, Bargaining, Forge. I would definitely, you know, perhaps pick a different character. We'll actually, we'll put Tamertane as leader. Which means Glodran can be the leader. And Forge Philip can be down there. Tamertane. There we go. Alright, Forge. In regards to a hull we currently have, we actually don't exactly have a hull at all because one person, the magic guy, is covering both of our specializations. So in this case, Forge, you have the flexibility to pick anyone you'd like who might sound cool, so long as it's of a different clan. For example, this Kushil guy totally whooped the ass of a Urox brute in a losing battle, but he fucking kicked ass. Yoronda, another point, absolutely did like some sort of whirlwind. She became like death in another battle. In regards to other people, Garnindva has served as our primary bargainer. Darndrev has served as our primary adventurer, but they're both old people, and they won't live for very long. These people are young. He didn't plead for his life like a pussy. He just surrendered. There's nothing wrong with surrendering. You're dumb, Otaku. Don't make me shoot you. Justhal wouldn't be that bad. He is Barntar. Odalia is the hunter god, I think. Justharl is the sort of like the ox god or some shit. He said the traditional words of surrender. He could have said it very manly. When did your avatar pick up a second god to worship? He didn't. That Ankh there means that he's now clan leader, Glodran. We moved him to clan leader position. Technically your character is clan leader. Alright. There we go. We now, finally, after many hours, have 7 different gods represented on this fucking clan ring. None of them are the patron god. We finally have 7 different gods. It didn't take very long at all. Combat. They're both combat. What role is he filling? He's fulfilling a different god role. He's a secondary combatant. He's also a secondary animals person. He doesn't have much magic, but the leader, the new leader, has the magic covered because he has excellent manager. And, you know, keep in mind there's the fact that the Horse Lords, the nomads, the spawn, will be visiting, undoubtedly interested in those new people we picked up into our clan. Anyway, that's the new clan ring. There is a website with a hash mark channel that you can join for private communication. Since you all accepted the challenge, this may be something into which you're interested. I'll currently provide a review of the situation. We currently have 304 food, which is going to be cutting it close until we get to Earth season. You may run a little short. You have 4 magic, 15 weapon thanes, 817 population, 33 goods, but those are building up, and 756 cattle. 28 were recently lost, and dealing with pissy ancestors. Considering the situation, we need 262 farmers and 210 oxen to work all of our cropland. We have excess. We could handle another 22 hides of farmland, but changing the settings on here would take one of the turns. 56 herders are also tending the pasture. Food situation seems okay. Our hunting productivity would be better if we had a shrine to Odalia. Of course he would say that. And whether or not we have a good harvest depends little on our actions. Over here, we still have our starting alliance. We still have our 2 starting feuds. We still owe 3 favors. And we have 8 favors due to us instead of 9. We cashed 1 in for food so that our people would not die. We have 4 trading partners, the apple, our allies, then the molding, and the red fox. And we have 4 treasures, the starting one, Blacktail the bull, which allows us to sire more calves, the burning standard, which we have not used yet, which could be consumed in battle. It helps our warriors maneuver more effectively. The dragon guard that we randomly found, which we have set up on display, and Elmal's amber, which we also found while exploring Abtula. It can turn our slings and arrows into flaming missiles, but we've never used that before either. Warriors-wise, we've got some dudes. We got 15 weapon things. We have all of our fortifications. Populations-wise, we have 374 farmers. Our people are very healthy. We have nobody to act as trickster on the ring. No. Our clan has always considered Elmal to be our most important deity, and the clan is weakened as a result. The people aren't pleased with the way things have been going. The farmers think we've been given preferential treatment to the weapon thanes. We should have more hunters. Really? Should we? We should have at least 37 hunters. Our wildlands can support up to 37 hunters. Looks like we have the good number there. We need 318 workers to work in our fields and pastures, so we do have a glut of farmers here. Craftsmen-wise, we can only trade the output of 16 crafters for a reasonable price. About that interruption. And of course, there's still the greenware that the crafters have not yet worked on. Weapon thanes, you can recruit up to 4 more right now. Going through the list here, folks were recently trying to get the secrets of protection so that a shrine to the ancestors could be built, so they stopped trying to nom off our faces. Because we had absolutely 0 magic to spend on anything during Sacred Time. We are operating on nothing right now in Sacred Time magic. Alright, I didn't exactly look at the chat a whole lot, really at all, during all of that review. Just wanted to give you all a situation. We still have more to explore around Artula, and really the world, of course. So, there you go. This gear is also a very poor harvest gear, and bad for calving, and there was no Sacred Time magic to really help anything at all. No. Like I said, no patience. I'm not having you fucking distract me from trying to do this shit. That's right. Sea season is the planting season. It's a bad time to raid. Exploring is not necessarily bad for harvesting, particularly since there are so many excess farmers that can be used to escort and explore. All this year is going to be bad for raiding due to lack of points in war. Can you look at what's going on with standing routes? Well, sure. You've got Apple in. You got the Apple. You got the Connosos, with whom you're allied. You got the Nemolding, and you have the Red Fox. I don't know what more you want. The Apple and Red Fox routes are the two we started the game with. The Nemolding was formed automatically during the whole, like, random events, like whenever you got the good stuffs. And we just formed the Connosos recently. And yeah, and again, we had absolutely zero magic to spend during Sacred Time. Nothing is being boosted. Oops. Better save the game just in case I fuck up something while I'm tired. You could try to trade treasures, yes, by sending a mission and then having something selected, and then selecting them. You could try to trade it to someone. It's certainly possible. Do you want to find out how to expand our fields? You can certainly do that. It takes 263 farmers to tend to all 105 hides of cropland. You could handle another 22 hides. Keep in mind that by increasing this value, you will decrease the amount of wildlands available. If that matters to you. Which clans are potential trade partners? Those would be the ones that are favorable, or at least don't hate you. The sort of like the brighter and angrier a color is, the hotter it is, the more they dislike you. Whereas the cool color, the blue there, represents someone who's actually with good relations with us. Hell, they're even our allies. There's of course much of the map that has not been explored. Much of it. How many more trade routes can you support? I'm not sure how many more you can support before you need to start building up Asari stuff. You don't have to take missions through standing routes. You can send missions to anyone. It's just that the better related they are and, perhaps, you know, catering to their specialties. You already have Apple as a trading partner, yes. It's on that page right there. On the left side of the screen. It does help your efforts that a worshipper of Asaris is back on the council. Okay, we can't really support any more trading partners right now, though we could if we enlarge our Asari's temple. Well, there you go. From the man himself. I think that's a pretty obvious statement, although he could be wrong. These people have been known to be wrong before. So, we're gonna sacrifice to Asaris? That's Glad's opinion. You can, sir, take trade-specific missions instead of establishing a trading route, if you want to trade for something. But in that case, you'd need to know, what are we trading for? I'll show you the screen. Like, do we want to sell by cattle, sell by food, sell by goods, sell by horses, sell by treasure? No. Goes Cheese. You're not understanding. There are no more trade routes to establish. Thur wants to know whether we can simply do trade missions, which you can do. But Karash is saying that you can't support any more trading partners right now, unless you enlarge your Asari's temple. Thur wants to sell goods and buy food. You don't have many goods to sell. You have 33 goods. It's not a whole lot. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be getting a whole lot with that. Cheese wants to sacrifice to Asaris. Thur wants to sell goods and buy food. Sean wants to get rid of Blacktail the Bull before it dies. Although the game has been going for less than 10 years. Forge wants to explore. Bambi wants to explore. Sean is going off the assumption that Blacktail the Bull may die on you, and thus you may get nothing from it, whereas by marketing it away, you could attempt to get something for it. That's the instance that he was coming from. I don't remember how long he lives either. So we have 2 people for exploring. We have 2 people for trying to sell Blacktail the Bull. We have 1 person for sacrificing to Asaris. We have 2 people for sacrificing to Asaris because of what Glod said. Which means... Did Nervous Tension say anything about what he wanted to do? Okay. Glod is saying sell the bull. So I guess what we're going to attempt to do this turn is sell the bull. Righto. To whom will we attempt to sell this bull? Our ally, the Kanthasos? Go ahead and send some guards. And how many guards are we sending to guard this treasure? We can send up to all of our weapon thanes and up to 30 footmen. We do have some excess farmers to spare. Excess weapon thanes, maybe not so much, but it is farming season. Sell it to someone who's amiable, who doesn't hate us, Glod suggests. I think the treasures get sold straight up for goods, and then you're going to have to convert the goods into something else. I'm not sure on that. It has been a long time since I played the game. Okay, 510, 320, 511, always turn it up to 11. My air conditioner agrees. Okay, we're doing this. Randalar the Stubborn, a wandering holy warrior of Urox, has decided that the herds of Bastikos may be infected by chaotic brews. If he's right, the cattle certainly must be destroyed, otherwise they'll breed monsters. If he's wrong, however, you'll be losing valuable cattle for no good reason. Great. Another holy warrior of Urox. Because this clan has had a perfect track record with... Oh, wait a second. You've done nothing but antagonize the Urox. Chaos is rampant. Randalar is probably right. Kill the cows. If we had a bigger temple, brews would be afraid to come near us. Magic is only as reliable as the one who practices it. Angering storm bulls is a good way to get into a fight. If we push the storm bulls too far, we'd expect an attack from a platoon of legendary berserkers we could not survive. Let's leave the cows and see what happens. If brews come out, we could learn much by fighting them. So the elders of the clan ring, the NPCs, say destroy the cattle. Yes, you're back. Good job. Yes, Terra Saurin, William Riker, has been in position there for a long time. Worshipping the God of Death, is very much interested in learning everything he can, Sean. It looks like 3 votes for 3, 2 votes for 2, 1 vote for 1, and nervous tension is undecided. You got something for us, nervous tension? Otherwise, we'll just go with 3. Okay, we're going with 3 then. As Nervous has been quiet for some time, maybe something happened. I think we just have 1 route. Oh, I stand corrected. Many minutes now. After some questioning, we saw that Randalar had only poor evidence to back up his claim. Well, in that case, folks, knowing what you know now, that he only has poor evidence, what will the clan ring do? In that case, I think we'll go ahead and replace nervous tension when we get back to the screen. And by a vote of 4-2, send him away. The Oroxy was so shocked by our refusal of his help that he only punched 1 Carl on his way out of the Tula. Well, that's good, everyone. Okay, let's go ahead and do a reroll. Who will be joining us? No one knows. It's a mystery. Static DV, are you there? Are you willing to be committed? Would you like to participate in being a part of the clan ring? If not, it's okay. Yes, I am, and I am willing. Alright. Static DV is now stalled. The bull is currently in the possession of the caravan, who's attempting to trade it away. Don't fucking panic. Anyway, it is now fire season, folks. You have 238 food, which will be enough to carry you to Earth season. So we won't die. However, we do not have our full complement of troops right now, for we have sent some of them, including some weapon thanes, on the caravan to protect the treasure. Indeed, permanent and lasting impression is certainly useful. Brown boars have been a rival of the Chucklefucks for some time. Every time they've been by twice in an attempt to halt hostilities. The Chucklefucks have demanded annual tribute. They have refused. Chucklefucks have beaten the brown boars more times than they've lost, but they are a viable feud. But they're too far away to actually claim their land. If you wanted to expand the Tula, you'd have to go somewhere like, say, the Eagle Clan, or the Tanahards. You know, somewhere around there, or attack our nearby allies if you so wished. Or make an entirely new enemy. And again, as a reminder, there was absolutely no magic to spend during Sacred Time, so nothing has been boosted. Including war. So if you wanted any magic help whenever you went to war, you'd have to expend it from the current pool of 4 points. And we also know that the horse nomads will be poking their heads in sometime soon to take a look on those people who you recruited, and thus got the 4 points of magic in the first place. The harvest will be very bad, and calving will be very bad, from what we learned during Sacred Time. You could go on a cattle raid, instead of a full-on raid, if you wanted to try to gain some cattle to make up for all the damn cattle you sacrificed. The old people. The old dead people. Okay, we can explore. You can currently recruit 4 more weapon thanes. Forge says explore. The group is not currently feuding with the Eagles, no. They're feuding with the Brown Boars and some other fucking group. Way the far way out there. Okay, so we're exploring. Now, we've only had one exploration turn up empty thus far. Those are our trade routes, by the way. Isn't that fun? Now, Karash is apparently the recommended choice here. I'd probably say someone who's, I'd say maybe this guy. Just so you're not sending someone who's on the ring. You can maybe send her, too, because she's very good at combat. Probably don't want to send someone who's on the ring. He used to be the go-to guy, but I think maybe he's dropped off a little bit due to old age. Yeah, sure. Miranda's would be good. And we can keep exploring around the Tula. There's still prizes for us to find. We can go to the Quiven Mountains. We can go to the Caro Fin. We can use our minds and take a step at a time. And of course, Thur is continuing to remind everyone about the fact that you could sacrifice to Asaris, so you could build shrines to Asaris, so you could support more craftsmen and gain more goods. Obviously, the craftsmen still aren't working on the pottery stuff, the greenware, yet. And that's been sitting there for a while. Forge wants to go south. Sean wants to head off to the Caro Fin, which is really far out there. Glod wants to go down close to the Cardarvi. Somewhere like around here. Has Static DV said anything recently? You know, like an opinion or something of what we're doing? You're indifferent? By fair and effective administrator, you mean... You mean nothing. For fuck's sakes. Insidian! Would you like to be a part of the council?